So before we understand the importance of editorial, first we need to differentiate between news and editorial. News is what is happening is being reported and are simply facts, whether being in a policy or some political issue, social issue, economic issue, cultural issue. But editorial is like in-depth analysis. Okay? We have some expert who is having sufficient knowledge and command over that subject. He is trying to analyze in depth. He is coming up with solutions. He is coming up with the vacuum that is being left over in some policy. So likewise, editorial give us feed for our mains answer writing. Why I call it feed? Because if you are able to summarize those important points, obviously you will use them in your mains answer writing. This is what we call value addition. Unless you add value, there is no point because all of us will copy from some current events material. So if 14,000 people are attempting mains, obviously there is some difference. Only if 3,000 will be able to go up to the level of interview, that there is a difference because yes or no. So that's why they are adding value by making their own notes. So how they are making notes, what is being analyzed here, some expert opinion is being written here. So they are summarizing it, they are drawing inferences out of it. So this is adding value to their answers. For example, 20 questions, if we were able to get 1 mark in each question, how much difference it will make? 20 marks in each paper, right? So this is how they will add value. Their average is being increased by the value addition or the right example that is being placed in their answers from their own notes. Okay, that's why notes making plays a very prominent role in one's marks in general studies. Yes or no? So that's why, but usually newspaper, most of us tend to complain that newspaper takes so much time. So if you are not able to comprehend editorial, then your answer reading comprehension skills is also very poor. Quickly comprehend a very large article, you have to draw inference, you have to think about assumptions of the author, right? So you are getting both inferences, assumptions. Yes or no? Most of the CSAT articles, CSAT questions they are picked up from newspapers, social issues, economic issues, environmental issues, right? So that's why, so there is no alternative for this. Okay, simply you are trying to skip the important skills that are needed for our exam. Rote learning or simply knowledge part will not help you to get through this exam, right? So that's why editorial, apart from being helpful for reading comprehension, it is also useful for getting valuable inputs for our answer writing. Right example ఎట్లా ప్లేస్ చేయాలి? So for example, essay. If you have to write elaborately about any one topic, then you will first go through editorial topic and you see in a national daily like Hindu how this person has planned, how he is planning an essay, like how he is elaborately discussing on any one topic. We do have knowledge, but expansively writing about any one topic is not an easy task. Yes or no? So that's why planning plays a very important role. You will understand how these experts, when they are writing editorial articles, you will understand how they have planned, how they have structured, how they have elaborately written upon any one particular issue. This is a very crucial skill set for essay writing. If I give you one topic like equal opportunity, you must be in a position to write 2,500 words on it. Yes or no? Because we cannot say like this is the topic that will be asked. We cannot predict, right? So recently they have asked completely from philosophical part. So philosophical essays, knowledge alone is not sufficient. Okay, so this is all about thought process. You will acquire this thought process from persons who have elaborately written in editorial. Okay, that's why editorial is important for essay writing, reading comprehension, okay, adding value for our GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and even okay, and lastly, so RC, reading comprehension. Okay, because we have 23 questions from in CSAT from RC, right? So quickly comprehending a paragraph is an important skill. So when you go through editorial, you have to quickly draw inferences. What are inferences? Inferences are directly derived from what is being written there. What are assumptions? Which are not explicitly stated, but he assumes, author assumes. If you will be able to distinguish between his inferences and assumptions, then you can answer most of the reading comprehension questions, right? So that's why, so we cannot skip this part. Editorial plays a very important part in our examination. Very important role. It has very important role. So that's why every day you just need to spend 1.5 hours Okay, apart from that, if you learn any 5 words on a daily basis from English, because see, this English vocabulary is needed for elaborately writing on any issue. So if you have enough knowledge but you don't have enough words, then you can't write expansively for 2500 words on that particular topic, right? So you will be like facing problem in expanding the topic. Okay, right? That's why. So you need to learn at least 5 words from newspaper. Okay, their literal meanings. Yes or no? Like, and we can come across so many general awareness as well. Yesterday I have seen Indian Penal Code 156 promoting enmity between groups. So earlier we have seen questions on general awareness. There was a question like, so what is the difference between judicial custody and police custody? This is not there in any subject matter of our general studies. Yes or no? It is picked up from 2020. This question was asked in 2020. So he has asked what is the judicial custody and what is police custody. Likewise, so there will be questions from general awareness which we will not see in any material, because their perspective is being limited by questions that are being asked previously, not on questions that are likely to come. Okay, that's why we can't depend on material, okay, which will limit our ability to answer questions. Okay, so questions more of general awareness will be picked up from newspaper and editorial. Understood? So today also we have sickle cell anemia. It is a potential question for prelims. Okay, what is sickle cell anemia? Why it is considered as disability? Okay, how these people are suffering? Okay, by not being included into persons with disability list, right? So this ability to approach a problem. For example, in editorial, the first thing is how they approach. We will learn how they approach, how they suggest short-term, medium-term, long-term measures to a problem. That is also an approach. This is how we will use this skill set to answer questions which are coming out of nowhere. There are surely questions which will be very difficult and most of us may not be able to write answers, but this ability to decode, break it down, approach, okay, all these skill sets will be acquired from newspaper. Understood? That's it.